On September 6, 1958, when I was just 8 years old, something cool happened. Here's how it all began. An American film and television producer by the name of Vincent Fanelli, I think that's how he pronounces his name, he was looking for an actor to play a bounty hunter in an episode of Robert Culp's TV show called Trackdown. Fanelli found Steve McQueen, whom he described as a little guy who looks tough enough to get the job done, but with a boyish appeal behind the toughness. I think that kind of describes his looks and the character. The Bounty Hunter episode, which aired on March 7, 1958, was a pilot for a new 4-star series. CBS liked what they saw and wanted, Dead or Alive, for a fall start. McQueen played Josh Randall, a bounty hunter from the 1870s. Most bounty hunters were portrayed on TV and movies as hard, cruel men, but Josh Randall was different. He was a bounty hunter with a soft heart. He usually gave half or all of his reward money to good causes. He was a gentleman and very respectful of the elderly, but he packed an unusual weapon in his holster, a sawed-off Winchester. McQueen and that Winchester were pretty much equal stars in the series. Like most TV cowboys, Josh Randall was a fast draw. He could draw his Mars leg from his holster with blazing speed. The bounty hunter's holstered gun was a 44-40 sawed-off 1892 Winchester carbine. His bullet loops, if you look at them, they were filled with 45-70 cartridges for dramatic effect. There were actually 3 Mars legs used during the filming of the series, and if you pay attention, you'll notice that the shape of the lever and the barrel changed. It made quite an impression. In fact, that gun and Steve McQueen is what most people remember about the show. But there's a major problem with the popular series ignored by its viewers, including me, and it's his gun. The series took place in 1870. His gun didn't exist when Josh Randall was doing his work. Josh Randall could not have used that gun. Goes to show you just how cool Steve McQueen was. He made us believe. Didn't matter if his gun was real. He looked cool with it on his hip. According to an A&E biography profile, McQueen took the role of Josh Randall because his prospects for acting in movies were drying up. When the series started becoming a hit, he began getting more and more noticed by the film industry. Steve McQueen said that Randall was actually more like him than any of the other characters he played. He wanted his character Josh Randall to have flaws. In fact, he walked off the set because he did not like when they started portraying Josh Randall as a Superman. He got his way, and the series toned it back. Many well-known actors guest starred on Wanted, Dead or Alive. Here's just a few, and I bet you recognize many of them. Here's some trivia associated with Steve McQueen in Wanted Dead or Alive. While he was making that movie, or this TV show, he was given an opportunity to star in a Western called, I'll bet you know it, The Magnificent Seven. But the movie was being filmed at the same time that he was doing the series. And he found out that there was only one way that he could get out of the series long enough to be able to film that movie, and that was with something called medical leave. So he faked an accident, and according to a source, what he did was he crashed his car into a tree, receiving minor cuts, some muscle pulls, some bruises, and he got his medical leave. The series went on temporary hiatus while he filmed The Magnificent Seven. And by the way, car crashing was something that Steve McQueen must have inherited from his biological father, because his father was a stunt pilot in the circus. And as we all know, Steve was both into motorcycle racing and car racing, and actually almost considered becoming a professional race car driver. There was a movie sequel to Wanted Dead or Alive. It starred Rutger Hauer as Josh Randall's descendant, Nick Randall. In the movie, in the first few episodes of Wanted Dead or Alive, Josh Randall rode a horse. He always rode a horse, but the horse he rode in the beginning of the series had a name, and that horse's name was Ringo. That horse threw Steve McQueen 6 times in a 5-week period and bit him on 3 occasions. McQueen said about the horse, "It's a good thing he likes me." In December 1987, 4-Star International colorized Wanted Dead or Alive. That made it the first vintage TV series to be completely colorized. Did you know that Steve McQueen was the first choice for the role in Butch Cassidy and Sundance Kid? But negotiations broke down because of billing. He was in high demand. Steve McQueen was in high demand, and while he was in high demand, he was also known to constantly get in fights with his director and producers, and that caused a lot of drama on the set. However, certainly didn't stop him from getting cast in movies. Wanted Dead or Alive lasted for 3 seasons from September 6, 1958 until March 29, 1961, 94 episodes.